Hi, it's Carrie from down in Texas. Good morning. This rainy day in Houston. Our weather cannot figure out what it wants to do. So wherever you are, I hope you're having better luck than we are, because one minute it's hot, the next minute it's cold. It's crazy. You never know what to wear. Getting ready is a challenge in the Houston area. Hope you're having a blessed morning so far. I'm trying to get my camera right here. I wanted to talk to you this morning about a product that I found yesterday. Still trying to get my color corrector and my primer situation squared away, because I tried that new one and it's okay, but I'm just not real happy with the finish that I'm seeing when I use it. So I found this primer yesterday when I went to the dollar store, because I'm all about trying to help find affordable products that work for people, especially for their everyday look, where they're not, not going out to meetings, and just everyday look to make you feel better. And I found this Pretty and Primed Stay Put Makeup Primer by Believe Beauty. It's at the dollar store, and I think this was $3.25. And so I'm trying it today, and I have to tell you, the feeling that I'm getting is very, very close to the milk stick product in the green bottle. It has the same tackiness. It's done a really good job of eliminating pores. I don't have a lot of pore problems, but just right in here where my scars are. So we'll see how this works today. I'm coming in now, and I'm using my pink under eye concealer from Maybelline. I must say I am pretty impressed with this. It's been a very actually nice surprise. Hold on one second, I'm so sorry. I found this yesterday, and I want to make sure that I use it for my under eyes. My little sponge here. So sorry, I gotta get myself situated here this morning. So I'm using a sponge for the under eye because I'm finding that just by stippling this into my skin, I'm having better luck on my just on my under eye, where I'm putting concealer. So I am using my little makeup sponge. I am a finger person when it comes to putting on my foundation, as you know, but now look at that. That's pretty amazing. And that's the only thing I have done is put on my moisturizer, my two primers, and now my under eye pink concealer. And now I'm gonna put on my KVD foundation. I was reading something over the weekend that just truly startled me. I have several products with my mental wellness company that helps you with your skincare. Not only is there a collagen product, but there's other products to help you have the best skin that you can. And that would be the sleep product, because if you can't sleep, you can't rest. If you don't rest, you're not going to have good skin. It's just a proven fact. So I have my skincare product, I have my sleep product, I have my pain relief product, and I was reading over the weekend, and this is truly a staggering statistic. I was talking to my husband about this last night. If you are a smoker, well, let me just preface this by saying I am not here to condemn anybody for smoking. My mom smoked for 40 years. I am not here to condemn you. It is your choice. It is your life. You have to make your decisions and make, you know, your decision, and then live with the consequences for those decisions, right? It is totally your game. I was reading this article over the weekend that talked about skincare and all the different facets of what influences our skincare and what we need to do to try to improve our skincare, and the factors in our society today which are directly affecting our skin. Because you know, our skin is our largest organ, and so it is our first line of defense against anything that tries to invade our body and our other organs. So we kind of forget that sometimes, and people don't realize how truly important it is to take care of our skin. So if you are a smoker, let's say you smoke for 20 years. In that 20-year time frame, every 10 years of smoking adds 14 years to the way you look. Okay, so if you're 20 and you smoke for 20 years, so at the time you are 40, you are actually going to look like you're 58. You have to add 14 years for every decade. So if it's 2 decades, it's 28 years, right? Sorry, 68. 14 years every decade. So if you're 20, by the time you turn 30, you're actually going to look like you are 44, and so on. That to me is just a mind-blowing statistic that I knew that it was a high number, but I had no idea that it was that high a number. I mean, that's a scary number. And it's because the nicotine sucks out the life and the moistures in your skin and in your lungs, and how you take your air in and you convert it, all that stuff, all that technical stuff when you are talking about, you know, getting your air in and then converting it to the different processes that you need throughout your body. And I was truly stunned that it was that high every decade. I thought it, you know, that it might be maybe 5 years or so, but 14 years for every decade that you smoke. It's going to make you look that much older because of what the chemicals do to your skin and your lungs, and how you convert what you breathe in. And you know, those are scary numbers, people. Not to mention the fact that we all know, and it's a proven fact, we all know this, that cigarettes cause cancer. So just some food for thought. You know, and I know it's I know as the generations come to maturity, you know, people try it and all of that. In my family, because my parents smoked and because I was an asthmatic, I never tried cigarettes because one, I have never had any desire to try them, but two, you know, you can't smoke when you're an asthmatic, you'll die. So in my household, with my kids growing up, neither one of my husband and I smoked. My husband was actually burned as a child too, so he had, you know, very good reasons not to smoke either. So, you know, that's just some food for thought as you go through your decision making. I'm using my Nastasia Denona palette again today. I'm using my cream blush right here. And remember what I said yesterday, that when you use a cream blush, you really have to work it in, especially when you are using a matte finish like I am. But when you finish at the end, when I seal my face and my makeup with my finishing powder, it's going to blend in, and it did beautifully yesterday. I absolutely adore this palette. Today I'm wearing maroon, and so I'm going to use some of the darker tones in the palette today. I'll just show you again here real quickly. Here's the palette. This is the cream, this is the highlighter, and then these are the shades. So the two shades that I'm going to use today are probably these two shades, and then maybe this one. I haven't decided yet. I'm just going to see how it all comes together. So just, you know, guys, some food for thought there. Would truly hate for anybody to not have the facts about how detrimental that can be and how serious the complications could be, not only for cancer, obviously, but for what it does to your skin. I really was struck by that. I just was stunned at that statistic. I also read in this article that something that we don't, I don't want to say we don't do it enough, but we have so many stresses in our lives these days that sometimes we forget to just take a few minutes and get away from all of that negativity and find laughter. Laughter is the brain's way of resetting and helping your body reverse all the negativity that we get to, and the laughter actually makes you younger. Isn't that amazing? So the moral to that story is, obviously, okay, so I came in here this morning and I picked up that goldy highlighter, and I'm using that down on my lid, and then I'm coming in with this darker plummy color, plummy purpley color, and I'm using that up in my crease, and I'm really working that into my crease up here, and then I'm traveling it up onto the bone. One of the ways that you can make your eyes look bigger is to start in this area right here and then travel your color up onto your brow bone. In my case, I have a pretty significant difference here, and so I do try to pull my eyeshadow up into that area to open and extend my eyes so my eyes look bigger with such dark brown eyes, one thing I do have to be careful on is when I'm doing my makeup looks to remember that I have really dark eyes, because dark on dark on dark just means dark, and I like for my eyes as much as possible to be bright and open and airy. Now that's just a beautiful, beautiful color. Look at that, remarkable. All right, and I am using the highlighter down here. I'm putting this goldy shimmery color down here. I am going to use the lighter pink color down on my lower waterline, and I am going to then pick that lighter color up, and I'm going to put it up into and blend that brow color. So I'm picking up the end color of the palette, and I'm coming in here and I am shaping my eye using a very tiny brush that I can control where I put the shadow, and you can see it's a very tiny brush. Then I'm coming up into the top area up here, up into the golden triangle as I call it, bringing that down across my top waterline, making that little V section right there. It's a beautiful palette, everybody, and I would, if you can afford it, I would say this is definitely one you should have in your arsenal, especially if you like pinks and purples, plums. It's just, look, it's just a remarkably beautiful palette. Wow. Okay, so I have taken the smaller, the one that I just used for that was this very last one right here. I'm going to take that same color, and I am going to come up here and I'm going to blend it into this top color. See what that does there? It transitions that, and it gives me that really beautiful pinky color at the top, which is what I'm looking for. Beautiful colors. I am somebody that likes, as I've told you before, a lighter, not all the time, but most of the time, especially during the day, during normal day, you know, normal days where I don't have a huge amount of meetings, to just do a very simple light shadow on my lids because I have such dark brown eyes. All right, let's see how that's looking. That's looking really nice. All right, let me find my lipstick. I'm using my, let me tell you what this one is. I'm using pink again. I am using my L'Oreal Color Riche Tickled Pink number 165. Beautiful. And I am then going to seal that with some lip gloss. And that is a Essence product, and it's Extreme Shine Volume Extreme Plumping, and the color, doesn't have the color, but you can see this is just this really, really pretty frosty pink kind of color. All right, now I'm going to take my finishing powder, which is my Revlon, and I do want to come under my eyes and pick up a little bit of fallout that I saw. coming in and I'm dabbing this. I'm going to use my brush in a minute. So now I'm just coming in and I am sealing my makeup with my Revlon Color Stay finishing powder. Beautiful. This is a great product, everybody, especially if you have some oily spots, which I do still in here. Not very much anymore, but I do still have a little bit of oily spots. Don't like to see any shine, and so I use that definitely when I'm trying to make sure that I'm sealing my makeup for the day, especially in the summertime here in Houston. It's a really remarkable product. Okay, so now I'm coming in with my Wada Brat. This is my Fendi, beautiful pinky color that you can use as a blush or an eyeshadow, whatever floats your boat. I used my Milani bronzer. Alright, now I'm going to use my fingers and I'm going to dip into the highlighter, which is this beautiful, see that beautiful color? And I'm just going to come and I'm going to put that right on top of my cheekbone right here. Beautiful. Same over here. Just a little bit of shine. My nose. My chin. Into my T-zone. Beautiful. And there is this beautiful palette. Love this palette, everybody. Just do. All right, so we were talking about smoking. We were talking about laughter. It's a proven fact that, you know, the old saying, laughter is the best medicine. Truly is, guys. The more we laugh, the more we have the ability to detox the stresses out of our life, because we all live such an incredibly stressful life. We live in a world where we are just bombarded every day with negativity and discourse and war and fighting and horrible political bickering. And so if we can just figure out a way through the day through music, or if there's a place you can go, get up and take a break, get a cup of coffee. If there's a place that you can go during the day that makes you happy, gives you contentment. I try every day, at least twice a day, through my work day, to go outside to my koi pond and just take my drink, go out there, sit and watch my beautiful koi fish. There's just something about their movement in the water that I find incredibly beautiful and very relaxing. So I try to go out there twice a day and just take 10 minutes to decompress. I also try to, on my phone, watch some funny clips. I have a setting on my TikTok where it is all about laughter and funny things, and so I try to, during that 10 minutes, watch some of those fun things on TikTok that make me happy, that make me laugh, that make me smile, that encourage me. You know, it may seem like it's such a trivial thing, but my goodness, it's just a proven fact that we need to laugh more. We need to try to figure out a way to detox so much of the stress that we have in our lives every day. You know, if you work in an office, it is so important that you're taking at least 3 breaks during the day. 1 in the morning, your lunch break, and then 1 in the afternoon. It's a proven fact, not only for this that we're talking about, but also for your circulation. You've got to get up out of that desk and get your body moving, get your blood moving. It's hugely important. Laughter is life's best medicine. And there are tons of studies out there that will prove to you that if you laugh more, you're going to live a lot longer, happier life, and you are going to look younger. The more you laugh, the more the chemicals in our body that are released are going to keep you young and beautiful. You know, I'm a big believer that positivity is one of the things that we don't spend enough time on in our lives. Positivity is what fuels our body and fuels the dopamine in our brains to keep moving forward, and all that's so interconnected with happiness and laughing. And I am going to come in and correct something that I see. I need to, don't have this over here is not matching the other side, so I'm going to just come in and have that match, have the amount of color the same on each side, and then blend it out a little bit better and pick up a little bit more up on my top area here. It didn't stay as much as I had hoped. That's the thing about makeup that makes any mistake that you have. Makeup is extremely forgiving, and you can jump in and fix mistakes pretty easily. Okay, then let me get my brush here. Sweep out any out. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let me put my eyeglasses on so I can see, since I am blind as a bat. You know, lots of things are supposed to be happening today in our country. None of them good. And I am not one to get involved in our political drama on this channel. The only thing that I'm going to say is, regardless of where you fall, who you align with, or what you believe, the most important thing in my mind for us as citizens of this remarkable country is that we do everything that we can to make sure that we have one. We owe it to our children and our grandchildren and their children to make sure that we leave this country better than when we inherited it as leaders. And I don't care what side you're on at this stage of the game. I don't think anybody is doing a very good job. And that, to my mind, is extremely sad. Our children deserve to have the same opportunities that we all had, and that is what I am not seeing, and that's what makes me very angry with all of the politicians, regardless of what affiliation you have. They owe it to us, and they owe it to our children and our children's children to do their job, to make our country safe and secure and affordable and I don't care who you like or who you dislike. It's not high school. And that's truly where I believe that our political system has digressed to. A bunch of teenagers that can't come together to have any civil conversation whatsoever, and then we all suffer for their stupidity. So whatever happens today and in the coming weeks, I pray that we all figure out a way to come together to save our great nation, because I do believe that's where we are. We are at a very crucial point, and I just pray that we all figure it out soon. On that really low note, let's change the subject, and thank you so much for joining me again this morning. I so appreciate it. I got some feedback yesterday, and I really do appreciate it, and I'm going to take that. I'm going to do some research, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to talk about a couple of questions that I was asked yesterday, specifically about age and using it's called a scraper on your face as an older person like me. I do it once a month, and I find that it just helps, especially helps in this area with my products and exfoliating my face. And so we're going to dive deep into that, but I want to do some research and get some numbers to back up or dismay what I'm personally doing. So I'm going to take about a week and do that, and then we're going to dive in and do a video that talks specifically about using a little scraper to exfoliate your face. Should you do it at my age? Should you not do it? When should you start doing it? Does it cause you long-term effects? All that good stuff. So we'll do that probably one day next week. I hope wherever you are, you have a blessed day today. Don't forget to always stop and tell those in your life that you love how much they mean to you, because tomorrow is never promised to any of us. Make it a fantastic day. Get up, take a deep breath, go find a spot, be happy, have a cup of coffee. Let's laugh more. If we laugh more, we're going to look younger. If we look younger, we're going to be more confident. When we're more confident, we succeed more, and we reach our goals. So be happy. Be confident. Always take the morning to get yourself together, get your clothes on, do your hair, do your makeup if you wear it, and start your day on the right foot. This is Carrie. Thank you for joining me today. At this channel, we try to give you the tools that you need to successfully live your life and have it all. I do believe it is possible, even in our trying times. So get out there, make it a productive Tuesday, and I'll catch up with you in my next video. God bless everybody. Stay safe and stay dry.